All right, my top 10 NBA jerseys are as follows. My number 10, I referenced earlier that Buffalo used to have a basketball team. In fact, doing this list, I found out that Buffalo, Rochester, New York, and Syracuse, New York all had professional basketball teams at some point. But I'm going to take a look at the Buffalo one, the Buffalo Braves. All right, very proud that Buffalo had a team. They moved out to Los Angeles, and I believe I think they're the Clippers now. Yeah, they're the Clippers now. But I'm going to go with the blue and white home jerseys from the Buffalo Braves. They wore them from 1973 to 1978. And we're talking, Bob McAdoo's probably the most famous one to rock a Buffalo Braves jersey. But just the it's, oh man, I would trade anything for a Buffalo basketball team again. I really, truly would. It's like the one sport that this area is missing now. Like, we have not like a semi-pro baseball team, but like a AAA developmental farm team, baseball team in the Buffalo Bisons. We have the Buffalo Sabres. We have the Buffalo Bills in football. We have the Buffalo Bandits lacrosse team. But what we're really missing is like a big representative basketball team. And I love it. But you'll see some trends with this list. I love blue. I love that kind of Carolina, like North Carolina blue, powder blue. It just looks good. It just looks good live. Sometimes pictures don't do it justice, but it looks cool. It stands out to me, and that is why it's my number 10. Number 9. We're going to the Utah Jazz. All right, you're gonna see a lot of the jerseys are like older. I don't think I have too many modern ones. I really don't. But I'm gonna go to the Utah Jazz, late '90s, early 2000s. It's those purple mountain jerseys. Just the cool aesthetic. Purple's not like the most popular coloring used for a lot of sports teams. I don't feel like you got the Ravens and Vikings in football, but it can be used very, very effectively. And the Utah Jazz did use it very effectively. It's got like a purple mountain, purple overall design, white mountain with kind of like a blue outline of the mountain. They used it from 1996 to 2004. It's just very aesthetically pleasing to me, and it's very 90s. It's very nice. I really can't say much more to that, but it pops. It defines the era, and that's kind of when, that 90s generation is really when I was watching or just aware of the NBA, So it's what I grew up in. Playing the old, like, NBA Live games, like that. I was always gravitated towards the teams with the coolest jerseys, and the Utah Jazz and these purple mountain jerseys were that. So that's my number 9. Number 8. Being a lifelong Indiana Pacers fan since 2022, the one game that I went to, I root for them by association. They've had a lot of cool jerseys in their day. I was really close to putting their city jersey on because I think it's really good. I remember when they released them, a lot of Pacers fans weren't really overly fond of them, but I like them. I liked them, but that's not what I'm choosing today. I don't know if it's because it looks like a track like uniform or like a wrestling singlet like that I would have worn when I was in high school, but I'm going to go the Indiana Pacers home jerseys from 1985 to 1990. They're predominantly blue. It's got a little yellow going across. It says Pacers, and there's some white to it. Blue and yellow are my high school's colors. That was Niagara Falls Wolverines. It was a play on the Michigan Wolverines. So, and I'm just gravitated towards it, and I like older jerseys. I think there is just more effort put into that. I don't know how to describe it really, but I like it. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain, but it just catches my eye. So, Indiana Pacers, had to have a jersey from them on there. If that's a team I'm gonna pull for, then that's the team I'm gonna put on here. So, that is my number 8. Number 7. Late 90s. A lot of teams were switching up their colors for some reason, and they just pulling out these random color combinations. I'm not sure what it was because there's quite a few that I was looking at that just for no reason at all, just like did a complete 180 on their traditional team colors. But I'm going to go the Golden State Warriors. All right. And their dark blue, yellow, and red jerseys from 1997 to 2001. I like the font for the Warriors on here, and I just like how drastically different it is. Like their blue and yellow now is just fine. Like it's just great, and it's cool, and I think it's one of the better current jerseys in play. But I think knowing what I know now with those jerseys and seeing the difference from that late 90s era, it makes it stand out to me. And I think that's partially why I like it so much. There's another jersey on here that kind of fits that bill, and there's going to be coming up soon enough. But, yeah, I'm going to go the Golden State Warriors, 1997 or 2001 home jersey, dark blue, yellow, and red. Number 6. I didn't know if I should do the current ones because the current ones are probably some of the most iconic NBA jerseys of all time. But I'm going to go from when the Los Angeles Lakers were back in Minneapolis, way back in the 50s, before they moved to Los Angeles, right? Because Minneapolis is a lot of lakes, and that's kind of where the name came from. But they had these powder blue and yellow jerseys, very simple. It said, well, the first one said like MPLS from Minneapolis on it. I didn't like the writing, but it eventually became like this Lakers. It just basically said Lakers in powder blue and yellow. I love powder blue and yellow. Spoiler alert for when we do the NFL jerseys in September, that the Chargers colors are my absolute favorites. Okay, so if you're still watching this 5 months from now when we do that list, spoiler alert, it's going to be high up there. All right, and I don't know if I like this so much because, like, being a history snob, that I'm like, oh, wow, cool, the Lakers were in Minneapolis, and I need to share this information. Or I just really like the combo. Blue and yellow color combination. They use it from 51 to 58. And I really like the Denver Nuggets ones that are like the same color aesthetic as this. They didn't make my list. But I like the fact that this Lakers team that is so like when you hear Lakers, it's purple and gold instantaneously. Like that's their colors. To see what they were way back when, I think is really cool. So that's why it comes into my number 6. Number 5, just like the Golden State Warriors, this team had a weird color switcheroo in the mid to late 90s. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're blue, black, and orange jerseys from 1994 to 1999. I actually don't like these. Like I actually really genuinely like these, and it's not just because it's so vastly different from what we're used to with the Cavs. I generally like this color combination, and I think it works. It's hard for me to picture like LeBron in these jerseys or some of the other greats that have passed through Cleveland, but I think it's cool. I was mind blown when I seen a picture that brought back all these memories. I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot that the Cavs went with this color scheme. So that is my number 5. The Cavs home jerseys, a blue, black, and orange from 1994 to 1999. My number 4 is we're going to Phoenix and the Suns and those beautiful purple and orange jerseys from 1992 to 2000. It had basically the basketball kind of traveling across the jersey. So many great names I can associate with that one. But again, when purple is used effectively in jerseys, it looks cool. And the purple and orange, like they complement each other so nicely. They really do. Like the orange just pops when surrounded by purple, and it's one of honestly my favorite color combinations. And it might stem from this era with the Suns. When they wore these jerseys, I just like the basketball kind of just looks like it's going across the jersey. It pops. It's cool. I love it. I'm not going to ramble and try to justify this any more than I already have. So number 4, the Phoenix Suns. Number 3, this one was, I think this one's a pretty common consensus. amongst a lot of people, but I'm going to go the Toronto Raptors original home jerseys, the Raptor, which was predominantly purple with the red Raptor on it. They used it from 1995 to 1999. I kind of get why they went away from it, but I also don't, because it is so iconic. Like, I guess having like cartoon characters on your jersey, it just, I don't know, it doesn't scream professional, but it stood out, and I think that's why it's so beloved, is because that jersey was the way that it was. I know me growing up as a kid, as somebody who likes dinosaurs, like, that was cool. Like, oh, the Toronto Raptors? What? I need to seek this team out. Another just jersey uniform that I loved, and I would kill for a Raptors jersey right now. I like that OG Raptors jersey. I was looking up and trying to find a cheap one so I can wear it, but none of them would make it in time for this recording. It's iconic. It's great, and it's cool to think about too. And in a decade where Michael Jordan was the biggest thing to happen, that I vividly remember this Raptor jersey. Like, that was a kind of a hook in for me, as far as, additionally following basketball. But man, like, the drop off in the jersey style is insane. Like, when Kawhi Leonard won it with the Raptors, like, just seeing that uniform compared to this, what a drop off. Like, this was peak. Like, they should have found better ways to incorporate the Raptors and a Raptor in their jersey, I personally feel. But that's just me. But that is my number 3. My number 2 is the Denver Nuggets 85-93 home jersey. It's got that rainbow mountain thing, the blue, the skyline, and the mountains, and it's so 80s. And again, a lot of great names that wore that jersey, and the I'm not gonna say quality, but the design it just doesn't pop like it used to. I love these Denver Nuggets jerseys. This is another one that I want all these jerseys. I should stop just saying that I just want these specific, like a specific one, but I want every single one of these jerseys that I'm discussing with today. But it's beautiful. It pops. It's very of the era, and I think that's what works. And when they pull out the throwbacks from this, I get excited. I really, truly do. So the Denver Nuggets, the rainbow skyline jersey, that's my number 2. And my number 1, this is the most modern one by a long shot, but a couple years ago, the Miami Heat dropped a Vice. They call it the Vice jerseys. All right, these cool neon lights that were very 80s aesthetic, reminded you of Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. But my favorite one was the black, blue, and magenta one. But they were all cool. The white, blue, and magenta one was also equally cool. But if I had to pick one over the other, it would be the predominantly black uniform. Just so different. Just and very fitting. It was very, right? They're doing these city jerseys. Like, that was the perfect city jersey. I don't even know if it was classified as a city jersey, but to me, that's the one that stood out the most. And man, I'm not going to say that I really want this one, because again, I want all of them. But this one is it's really cool, and my all-time favorite NBA jersey. It is. There's so many great jerseys over the long history of the NBA. So many traditional ones that I didn't want to necessarily list, because